What are you hoping to play here?
Receiver. I mean, it's a decision for me, I could play both ways, play safety, whatever the team needs, I'm there.
Do you look at that defense and say, I wouldn't mind being a part of that? Or do you look at the offense and say, I want to kind of help?
I can help both, If they need help on defense, I'm there. But if they need help on offense, I'm there too. So it's a win-win situation for me.
What did you like most about Pitt? Why Pitt?
I mean, the city, everybody, the coaching staff, they just showed you love when you first get here. And I'm still here, and it's like they still show the same love like I was on my official visit.
You're a Florida kid.
Yeah.
Do you like the cold weather? I mean, you like coming up here, and is that a deterrent?
I'm still adjusting to it right now. I'm still wearing like 3 long sleeve shirts, long johns. I'm still trying to acclimate to the cold, but I'm getting used to it now.
Did they talk to you at all about maybe playing both positions in the spring and seeing which one, or do you think you might by springtime you might settle on one?
We did talk about that, seeing like play offense one day, probably play defense another day. So wherever I feel comfortable at, that's where I'm gonna pursue.
So you're running some routes with Kenny Pickett right now?
Yeah, running routes all the time. Like after workouts, we run routes on air, and just go through the plays and everything.
How do you go about showing him what you can do?
I mean, I just run my routes crisp, and just do what I do.
Aydin, how big was Charlie Partridge kind of in your recruit?
That's my man right there, Charlie. Like me and him got that connection. Like every time I see him, it's just like another father figure to me.
When was that connection first when did that first strike?
I mean, it started my freshman year when he first started recruiting me, and then it just kept going throughout my senior year, and I just love Coach Charlie Partridge.
How much were the Florida schools interested in you?
Florida was interested in me at DB and probably UCF at receiver, so I had a decision, and that's basically it, just Florida and UCF.
What turned the tide? What brought you all the way up here from Florida when you could have played, in your home state?
I wanted to get away from home. I didn't want to stay in Florida. A lot of Florida boys just don't like staying. Some Florida boys like staying home, but majority of them want to leave Florida and just experience other places. So, yeah.
Do you have they're listed as a receiver. Is that your preference, or does it really matter for you?
I mean, it's my preference, but it doesn't really matter to me. Like, if I want to, they change me to defense, I'm 100% defense. If I'm offense, and I'm 100% offense.
How much did you watch Pitt, and what were your thoughts, and what times you did?
Well, I make sure I watch them every game. Like I watch every position, even on offense and defense. Like how the defense fly to the ball, and offense just throw it to everybody on the field. So yeah.
Is there one receiver that you talk to, that you bonded with here, that you think that you could maybe, follow in their footsteps?
I talked to Jared, Wayne, and Tazier Mack a lot. Like when I first got here, me and Tazier got real close, and then we just do extra work all the time, catching on the jug machine and just trying to follow behind his footsteps, trying to be better than him.
And what he was able to do last year, does that give you some optimism of what you could do in this offense?
Right, it does. Like how they get him the ball and everything. I could see myself doing that, but I try to be better.
Anything final for Aydin? Yeah, with Kenny's a senior, so with the future of the quarterback position, you kind of taking this time to get in here and kind of get to know Joey and get to know Davis and Nick, and kind of those are going to be the guys passing you going forward.
Right. I'm cool with all the quarterbacks, Kenny, all of them, Nick, Patty. It's just like it doesn't really change for me. It's just it's just trying to build that connection with everybody.
Is that something though that you can use this time to work on?
Yeah. Just extra work after practice and just make sure timing gets right so we don't have no problems. Well, nobody has no problems.
Aydin, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.